Today's sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, New Orleans.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Following the interception, Mayfield.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Open man downfield is Johnson.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10.
Ordinarily, when you're backed up this deep, most teams like to play it on the safe side, but not these guys. They took a big shot downfield and wound up hitting it for a big play. Back them into a corner, they come out swinging.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On play action, Shuck. This one complete. It's Devon Vele. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
40 yards. And the Saints first down.
from the gun. Shuck. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here's 2nd and 10. Pitching it out to Etienne. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Baker, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Shuck now to throw. He completes it to Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 30 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
14. Buccaneers, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. These 2 teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
You look at the Saints defense.
Well, they've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Give him 30 yards there.
Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Now shot. This is caught. Touchdown. Juwan Johnson. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens. Although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
A run up the middle with Irving. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
46-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Handoff running left, Irving. And he's got this down to the 35. 50 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Buccaneers
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Mayfield on play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Buccaneers, 35 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Oh, such great concentration. They're going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And just shutting him off there. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the gun on third down, here's Shuck. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Jacob Cowing deep to receive it. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taken from just outside the 30. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge, because most of the time when we talk about that.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. They'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing, Shuck. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. To throw now, Shuck. That is caught. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the shotgun, it's Shuck. He'll drop that underneath to Etienne. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here we go.
And they'll run with Etienne. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Mayfield down. That is taken in by Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. They see right through that defensively. As as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Mayfield to throw it. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 21. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
180.
Mayfield off the play fake. They're looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Irving is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll run with Irving. And this time he is in. Bucky Irving punching it in from a yard away. And the Bucs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The Bucs will set up for a 2-point conversion.
They're going to try and run. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. From the gun, Shuck. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete to Olave on the out route. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and
1. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Here's Shuck. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll go play action with Shuck. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he He's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Mayfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
2nd and 10.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. The penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. And when you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. It just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Irving. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's the first carry for Sean Tucker. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw, Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a handoff to Irvin. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Darren Waller from 4 yards out. And the Buccaneers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And this is going to be caught. So they do get it. And the 2 points. Now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Handoff running left is Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Ready.
Now Rattler. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the first down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. They go play action. Mayfield. Open man is Ibuka. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Here's Mayfield. Looking middle, and he's got Ibuka. And some room to work. He juked him. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll run again. And this time he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good.
Score Saints 35. Buccaneers 33. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And bulldozing his way through. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Let's go.
They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
White, down. Yellow, 22. Claws red. Set.
Throwing is Rattler. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
10 black. Hut.
Here's Rattler. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Come on. Set. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger.
To the air again, a shot. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Saints get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The Bucs on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Mayfield. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Joey Bosa coming in to drop it for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And take it right on the 30. Gets through and now an opening. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the 1st down.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Here we go. Black 40.
Rattler wants to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! Chris Olave from 3 yards out. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he's taken in by Hurst. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. What's that?
Mayfield down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Emeka Egbuka with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the two. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a one-score game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. To the air is Rattler. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Shuck. Quick completion here to Johnson. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive. Almost whiffed on it. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
180, done. Hey, alert 33.
Here's Baker. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And checking the timeouts. They do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. You have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Across midfield. He's on his way. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Ready. Yellow, 22. Set.
And they will take a knee here.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for New Orleans, they'll take him when they can get him right about now. So victory moves their record to 2-11 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves